Hey guys, Rob from the Off-Grid Tiny House. You guys haven't been seeing me very often, have you? Well, that's because I got a whole lot going on, and I'll kind of tell you all about it throughout this very long video, because we're going to be doing a walk and talk. Beautiful night, Thursday night. Alone is on tonight at 10, so I'm going to be checking that out. And that's about the only thing on. See you guys in a bit. And we're back. Sorry about that, guys. A lot of people on the trail tonight. I usually do it in the mornings, but I figure, what the hell. After dinner, let's go for a little walk and talk. So, you haven't seen a lot of me on video lately. The reason for that is, been busy with work. And also, we got some family issues going on. I'm taking care of my dad once again. And so far, so good. But I can't get into too many details on here because of YouTube's community guidelines. See you in a bit. Alrighty, guys, we're back again. Everybody and their uncle is out for a nice walk, and I don't blame them because it's cooler now in this part of the day. And hasn't been too bad. So we've had about, I'm gonna say, a week and a half of hot weather so far this summer, spring/summer. But it's been fairly decent actually. So anyways, getting back to where I have been. Like I said, work, like Rihanna says in her songs. And taking care of my dad, holding the fort down, all that fun stuff. Little update on the Off-Grid Tiny House. The landlord that we have our trailers at out in the country, I informed her at the beginning of the month that she has to move the Off-Grid Tiny House by the end of this month, and she's got about a week and a little bit to do so. So I'm hoping she does that, so I don't have any issues with the landlord. There's probably no way in hell he'll give her another extension, because he gave her multiple extensions already, and even upped her rent to $100 a month. So yeah. As for my dad's trailer, we don't know yet. We might have a possible side deal with the landlord, or if not, we know another farmer that we can go and have my uncle go drive it, hit my dad's trailer over there, and we'll just pay rent there. It'll be closer to town, which is sweet, which is what we want, and kind of important since you know, the government in North America has gone full clown world and insane, and has jacked up all the gas prices with their crap policies. So yeah, if whatever we got to do to save a little gas and money and time and all that. Oh, there's a bunny. Hey bunny, get pretty close to you. You're not afraid. A little cottontail. Oh, I don't know if I caught that on camera because I'm just freehanding this without the viewfinder, but whatever. So pretty awesome tonight. Nice little breeze going, nice and cool. Gonna be cool tomorrow. So let's get into it, guys. My dad, unfortunately, went off the RSO treatments, you know, the green stuff, for about a year. And then you know, I kind of told my parents probably not a good idea to go get the you know what's, well, let's put it this way. The government and the media has been pushing a certain drug for the past, I don't know, 3 years now, and they're still pushing it to get boosters and such. And I'm not going to go into any more of that, but I warned them not to take those things. Unfortunately, they did. They took 3 each. And a little bit after my dad got his third of you know what, well, started to slowly have like a pain. I kind of mentioned it. First they thought it was kidney stones. Turns out it was a bladder issue. So eventually, after seeing like 4 doctors, they figured it out. And he has bladder cancer. They won't tell me what kind. They just told us it's an aggressive one. So, leading up to this, I couldn't put him on any medicine because, well, they had the pre-op surgery and the scope and all this stuff going on. So they kind of banned us from doing anything, any multivitamins, herbals, or alternative treatments, anything like that. And then we eventually got to the point where they set up a surgery. So they removed 70% of the bladder tumor. It was a tumor inside his bladder. They removed 70% with a kind of a tool that it's kind of like a lightsaber, or in the way that it will cauterize as it cuts. So basically it's some type of electric wire that's hot, that's cutting through and cauterizing at the same time. Similar to a lightsaber, or I think there's some weird kitchen devices that have like just like a hot wire and they can cut through butter and stuff like that. Basically hot knife through butter, but without the melting. It just cauterizes on contact as it goes. So, successfully removed 70% and sent it away to be biopsied. And of course it came back. They didn't, still, for whatever reason, our family doctor, this urologist, which is new, and there was one other doctor, and they will not tell us the big secret of what type, what kind. They just keep telling us it's an aggressive cancer, so we're gonna treat it aggressively. And they did. They didn't waste any time. They cut out 70% of it, which left my dad a lot of relief in the bladder, because the bladder's only so big, guys. And if you have a decent sized tumor in there, which he did, well, there's not a whole lot left for room, which means there's a whole lot of uncomfortableness and pressure build up, and on and on and on. And here's a sprinkler that I'm going to try to avoid going. So anyways, now we didn't even know they were going to go in and remove it. They told us they were just going to go in, take another look, whatever, but whatever. So anyways, the hospital was extremely busy the day of my dad's surgery, and he didn't get his own room until about 10:30 at night, that night. And his surgery was at like noon hour. So he was basically, the surgery was like an hour and a half, but there's a 4-hour recovery time, and he stayed overnight one night to be monitored, and then he came home. Now, when he came home, he had a catheter in for a couple days. He says, and after it got out of him, he had to go back into the hospital and get it removed when they told him to. When it was removed, he said he'd never ever have a catheter again because it was the most uncomfortable thing going, and I don't blame him by the looks of everything. Pretty gross, pretty nasty, guys. So yeah, a whole lot going on. Now, I could not treat him with RSO or multivitamins or anything before the surgery or after the surgery for about a week, okay? Now, my dad was in the roughest shape of his life. I've never seen him in that worse of shape before, ever. Ever. Now, fast forward, it is, I believe it's the 20th today of June. I think it is, yeah. I'll double check that later. I can throw it in the video if not. So, you guys have been, if you've been following my channel, you guys know I make all kinds of RSO. If you don't know what that is, you can go to my YouTube channel playlist and you will find a playlist called, it'll have the RSO in the title and Rick Simpson Oil, which is what it stands for. You can go look it up there. All my videos are about it, how to make it, all the information's there. Anyways, I have basically, since they have not started any treatments on my dad other than the biopsy, which was a big treatment because it removed 70% of it. My dad was in rough shape, put it this way, guys. So my brother was down, he saw how rough my dad was. My dad basically spent, I'm gonna tell you guys, about 2 months in bed. Like, he'd get up to go to the washroom and maybe come out and watch TV for an hour or have a little bit of something to eat, but that was the extent of it, and it's bad. And he did not look good. His color was really faded, like gray, white, ghostly, pale, like not good. So I got somebody cutting the grass. I'm gonna pause the camera because it's gonna overtake the audio, and I'll be back.